So in this short clip, I'm going to address a very important point about the real USMLE questions in comparison to the NBMEs slash the UWorld self-assessment ones. If you've been following my content for some time, you'll say, Mike, I already know what you're going to say. The real exam and the NBMEs are exactly the same. Okay, well, I have a student here who's asking more specifically. He says, I know you've said already that the NBMEs and the real deal are exactly the same, but I've been seeing within a group I'm part of on Facebook, as this student writes, that there have been people who've taken the 2CK recently. I know many of you are studying for step one, but so we're talking about the USMLE in general here. But this student happens to have read within a Facebook group recently that some people are saying, OMG, the exam was way harder than the NBMEs and was more similar to the UWorld self-assessment exams. And then he goes on to say that he personally has had two study partners whom he did all the clinical mastery series, the NBME subject-specific forms with for 2CK. He did those forms with those two students, and they took their exam last week, and they said it was nowhere close to the NBMEs or the clinical mastery series. And he wants some thoughts as his exam is in a week, okay? So look, what I can tell you, actually, before I get into that, I'll just be my typical quick asshole and tell you to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And give the video a like, I really appreciate it. And find me on Instagram at Mehlman_medical, MEHLMAN_medical, the link is down below. And find me on Telegram. Recently created a Telegram group and channel, links are down below. Now how about I get back to the fucking clip? How does that sound? So how do we reconcile with the fact that you've got some people walking out of the real deal saying, no, it was just like UWorld self-assessment exams. Don't tell me it was like NBMEs, okay? And what I can tell you, viewing this clip, is that people's subjective hallucinations about what they believe the exam was like, i.e., OMG, it was more similar to the UWorld self-assessments rather than the NBMEs, complete nonsense, okay? This is not a point of speculation or subjectivity, okay? It's not our opinion. Objectively, all right? Objectively, the real USMLE and the NBME content is exactly the same, and there are questions that repeat, all right? So once again, it's not my opinion, it's objective. So if you do all of the, when we talk about step one, if you do all NBMEs 1 through 30, you're gonna see repeats show up on the real deal. If you'll see repeats from 20 through 24. If you do just those 5 exams, memorize that content, you're gonna see the repeats show up on 25 through 30, okay? So same with the clinical mastery series, same with NBMEs 6 through 11. And I do tutoring, and I've had students get repeats from the 2CK, the new forms. Like they had just released the new 2CK forms 9 through 11 in July of last year, 2021. And even close to the release of those exams, I had, following their nascent release, I had students get repeats on their real deal. Okay, it was in biostats in particular. So it's not anyone's fucking opinion. I mean, this is objective, all right? So look, when you go into the real deal, it's going to look like UWorld, all right? It's going to look like the free 120. The interface is exactly the same. Colors, calculator, lab values. So when you come out of that exam, psychologically, it's going to feel like you just did UWorld, okay? This isn't magical. That's a psychological human thing. They're going to walk out and say, OMG, it was just like UWorld. But the questions are the NBME ones superimposed in that interface, objectively, all right? So I make this short clip here. I've inculcated this point to exhaustion, but I make this short clip here nevertheless because this seems to be a perennial slash continual activity that people engage in as far as the ongoing speculation pertaining to, is the real USMLE, the NBMEs, or are they closer to UWorld self-assessment exams? It's not anyone's fucking opinion, all right? The NBME content, the real deal, exactly the same. You know the deal. I'm going to continue to make more content. If you like my stuff, subscribe to my channel, and I appreciate your time. That's it.